Welcome to France and the beautiful Le Castellet for round 4 of the 2017 European Le Mans Series. This weekend brings us into the second half of the season, but before we get the action underway here, let's take a look at how the 3 class championships have developed so far.
With the win and 2 second places, G-Drive leads LMP2 with Mima Rojas, Nick Minassian and Lea Roussel. But United Autosports number 32 car with 2 wins and an 8th lies in second place, just 4 points behind.
The G-Drive or the Orica has lots of advantages compared to us, but we also have some. We have better tire management and definitely our pit stops. So everybody's been working really hard to get prepared for the rest of the season. We've gotten some test days here, so I'm quite confident we'll get a good result.
Among the outsiders is GRAFF. The number 39 Ligier clinched 3rd in Austria, and the 40 crew wants to shine too.
Well, we want to try and get our first win, I think. We got the first podium in Red Bull Ring for the other car, and we've had the pace to fight for the win all year, so I think that's a very realistic aim. We all feel good, and it's a circuit we all know very well. I've driven thousands of laps around here, so I'm feeling very confident.
United Autosports took the LMP3 class lead in Austria with its number 2 car, eager for a second category title. But Ultimate and M Racing YMR are tough opponents. The top 3 are covered by just 2 points.
We go into every event looking for a win. You know, we're tied in the points with the 17 car, and we've got 3 more races to run, 75 points plus 3 points for pole, and you know, we're going to do the best we can, and I think at the end of the day, we hope to be, you know, leading again.
On roule jamais pour faire un coup.
We don't run after a single good shot, we try and stand back a bit. We think strategy, 4 hours of racing. Sean Rahal and Jean Falp, they're super quick, but they drive 2-hour stints each, and that can be a bonus for their pit stops, or it could be a negative in very demanding conditions like we have here. This is a circuit we know well, so yeah, we're going to try and beat them here for sure.
Et on va essayer d'aller chercher.
In GTE, TF Sports number 90 Aston Martin has led the championship since the first race, but they've lost ground recently, giving away 10 points to JMW in the last 2 events.
They're very strong. We've got a bit of a better balanced performance now in the car. The cars are more even, and we've got a great driver lineup, and it's one of my favourite tracks. We were really good here last year. We like the championship, and it's going to be a really, really big fight.
It's been a difficult season so far for last year's champions, Beechdene AMR. They lie only 5th in the points table.
It's been a bit steady the start of the year, but you know, we've still a lot to play for in the championship, and lots of points to get, and we need to start making it happen this weekend really. And we had a reasonable race here last year, so it'd be nice if we can sort of get the championship really started this weekend.
In the pits, it's almost time for qualifying, but both free practice sessions were dominated by this car, the Dragon Speed with Nico Lapierre behind the wheel. It was also very close in LMP3 and GTE, but will any of this translate in qualifying? Well, we're about to find out. It's very hot out on track. These guys are about to go pole hunting.
Pit exit is open for LMGTE qualifying session.
Johnny Cocker struggles with track limits in the JMW Ferrari. He's unable to improve on 4th place. Ahead of him, Andrea Bertolini in the number 51 Spirit to Race Ferrari. Porsche Junior Matteo Cairoli put in a good run in the number 77 Proton competition. Porsche taking 2nd place, 3800ths from pole, as Matt Griffin went quickest on his first run in the 55 Spirit to Race Ferrari, continuing to improve to claim the 2nd pole of the 2017 ELMS for the Irish driver. Championship leaders TF Sport off the pace in qualifying trim, but the race might be another story.
It was really good. I mean, we're having a hell of a season this year. We were very unfortunate in Monza where we had an issue which caused us to non-finish, and we were pole position there, but we won in Austria, and basically from the moment the car hit the track here, it's been fantastic. Our main focus has actually not been qualifying. It's about trying to make the car good for the race and tyre conservation because the temperature is so high, but I was still confident getting in for qualifying, and my engineer Luca did a great job, and the green machine Ferrari was rapid.
LMP3 qualifying session.
Alexandre Cuneau for M Racing and Alex Capadia for RLR Motorsport swapped second place throughout the qualifying session. In the end, though, the French M Racing driver was the man who lost out as the checkered flag flew. And that left Alex Capadia in second place for RLR. After a disastrous trip to Austria last time, Ross Kaiser was on a charge. He went quickest for the 360 Racing team at the top of the table. Title rivals United Autosports and Ultimate are 5th and 10th on the grid, and it's the first LMP3 pole since Silverstone last year for 360 Racing.
We did manage a pole last year, but the first round at Silverstone in the wet, so we've been waiting a while for that, and we've had the pace in the car, but we had a good start to the year at Silverstone, and for one reason or other the last 2 rounds haven't quite gone our way, so to stick it back on the front row in a good starting position for tomorrow, so over the moon. I actually caught a car on my second flyer, which should have probably been the best of the tyres, but we managed to just go a little bit quicker at the end and snatch it away, I think.
LMP2 qualifying session.
Enzo Guibert goes second fastest early on for GRAFF Racing, but is quickly demoted to third. Leo Russell in the number 22 G drive car, the pole sitter in Austria, goes second fastest among the very quickest at Le Castellet. But it's not enough. Nico Lapierre in the sister Dragon speed car, the number 21 machine, tops the pile by 0.14 of a second, hoping to erase memories of a terrible trip to Austria for the 21 car. And that leaves us with an Oreca Dragon Speed front row as in Austria, 21 ahead of 22. Number 2 United Autosports 5th on the grid, High Class Racing 3rd in the championship, 11th.
It was a hard qualification, it was very close and the track was much faster than this morning for whatever reason, so we had to adapt and push a bit more, but in the end very pleased for the team. We did a really good job, we had the fastest time in the whole session, so we're very happy to put it on pole.
And very close with your sister car again.
Yeah, it's really close, they are just there, they are really competitive in qualifying. Leo already last time did the pole position, so every session we have to fight very hard, but very glad for the team to have a 1-2.
They're young, gifted and French. We caught up with 4 ELMS youngsters from France under 23 years of age, all hoping to make a career in endurance racing. I've never felt in love with single-seaters. I've always been attracted more to endurance racing. When you're a kid, the 24 Hours of Le Mans is the only race you dream of as a Frenchman. It's just the greatest race in the world as far as I'm concerned. Endurance racing wasn't my first choice. I wanted to be in Formula 1, but that's too complicated. The budget you have to bring is insane. I've got backing for GT racing, and that's been much easier to get into. I think I'm able to deliver the goods, and I'm feeling pretty comfortable. I started racing quite late, so I knew Formula 1 just really wasn't doable. Endurance racing, yeah, that's the wise choice. It's a positive choice for me. I really grew up in endurance racing. My uncle raced at Le Mans 7 times. He won LMP 600. So it's always been my desire to be in Le Mans, to be the youngest Frenchman ever to race in the 24 hours.
Mon objectif d'aller aux 24 heures du Mans et d'être le plus jeune pilote français au départ des 24 heures du Mans.
This season's just pure enjoyment for me. I've got 2 top teammates, the team's working so well. I'm having the time of my life. I just hope this keeps going. We're second in LMP3 right now, so we're crossing our fingers. Monza was great. My first LMP2 pole ahead of Nico Lapierre. That was a great reward. Great experience to lead the race from the front as well. My endurance role model is Nico Lapierre. He's absolutely one of the very best. I really like being around him. G-Drive Racing by Dragon Speed's a dream come true for me. We're leading the championship, and they trust me. Monza was quite an achievement. First ELMS win, then I took pole at the Red Bull Ring, plus the fastest lap in the race. It's just been mega. We've all got different backgrounds. They've come from single-seaters, they're much more experienced than me, so I've got to make my own way really, but I'm feeling good. I have my own learning curve. I don't look at the others, just stay focused on my own career. My goal is to make a pro career. That's my dream as a racing driver. Short term, want to stay in LMP2 to hopefully achieve our goal and to prove I deserve a good drive, and then maybe graduating to LMP1 would be the logical choice. Being a pro driver, that's the goal. Perhaps it's too soon for WEC, you need to walk before you can run, but I'd love to go up into LMP2 next year in the ELMS. I like to improve my skills within a team. I'm a team player and I love to share and communicate with the others. I need more time. I'm going to keep learning, but the goal is to be a professional racing driver. I'm a fighter. I give my best, never give up. It's great living out your passion.
Dimanche matin, le soleil en française de l'Européenne en cyclisme 2017, spectacle fantastique. Bienvenue, on va passer une journée absolument extra.
It's great to have some time here with the French fans. It's always really nice to race at home. The fans are so passionate. Look at it. It's only 9 o'clock in the morning. They're all here. The pit lane's filling up. It's really cool. Pleasure to race in France always, and especially here at the Castellet. Really want to put in a good performance today. We've our family, our friends around, sponsors are here as well. We've got great support, want to pay them back with a good result. Whatever the reason I come to Le Castellet, it's always a pleasure to drive here. There are lots of fans here, they love the series, and you feel the crowd is growing every year. That's just fantastic.
Hello and welcome down to a very warm and sunny grid here at Le Castellet with temperatures almost reaching 30 degrees. This race is going to be a true test of endurance. Now I'm at the pole position spot in the GTE part of the grid. Let's see if we can just catch a word with Matt Griffin. Matt, this circuit is renowned for being a tough one for tyre degradation. How important is it going to be to look after those tyres during the race?
It's our number one thing. Pace is actually a lot less important than how long we can make the tyre last. We feel like we're in a good position, but we're really not going to know until that first stint is finished. Definitely the plan is to try to win the race, but competition is going to be fierce.
Best of luck.
Thanks, Georgie.
starting from pole position in LMP3, it's the number 6 car. And Terence Woodward, if we could just grab a quick word with you. Now, last time out, it's fair to say it was not the greatest race. Now, the wheels are nice and tight this weekend.
They are, yes. Yeah, we reviewed some of our equipment. We've made some changes, and really pleased to see Ross put it on pole.
Yeah, absolutely. The cars are looking really fast around here, isn't it?
Yeah, we got a test day in on Wednesday, and straight away Ross was quick out the box. The car feels good, so we're going to see if we can convert this good grid position into a decent result.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Starting from second place in the LMP3 part of the grid, it's the RLR Motorsport car, and here is Alex Capadio. Now, Alex, busy weekend for you. You were out in the Le Mans Cup yesterday. That was a fairly tough race. How are you feeling?
I'm okay. Sometimes I'm a little bit tired on Sunday morning, but I'm feeling pretty good today. We got our best qualifying start of this race as well. We're taking a big step forward as a team RLR. So big thanks to the guys for that, and just feeling really good, really pumped for this race.
Now we've got the new configuration of the circuit for this one. How has that changed things with setup?
For us, it's been a good thing. For the Ligier, because we have about 3 or 4 Ks, we're about 3 or 4 Ks down on the Norma. So for us, having that chicane in there, minimising the time at top speed is really helping us, I would suggest. Let's wait and see what happens.
Best of luck, Alex.
Thank you.
Well, starting from P6 in the LMP2 part of the pack, it's Settler Valourba course, and I'm here with Giorgio Sonagiotto. Now, it was your first qualifying session of the season, wasn't it, yesterday? Are you happy with how it went?
I'm very happy because P6 is our best position this year, and the car is quite good, and I hope to be on the podium.
We'll keep everything crossed for you. Well, it's another Dragon Speed lockout on the front row here at Le Castellet, and I'm joined by Dragon Speed team principal Elton Julian. Elton, you must be really proud. I mean, in just the second season, it seems like everything is going really well for the team.
Yeah, I'm really happy with everything and everyone. Progression continues in the right way, so really happy with having our second front row lockout. Doesn't mean much, obviously. We get a point for the pole, which is nice. But we need to close the deal, and we were not able to do that at the last one, and we hope to be able to do that today.
Are the hopes good for this one, for the 21 car?
Yeah, I think hopes are always good. I mean, you never forget that the 21 car carries a true gentleman in it, and the results that they achieve with this car are always to be noted as being exceptional. There's a lot of young kids in the category now, and I think that Henrik's done a fantastic job and keep the pace and allowing his pros to deliver, and I think that today they have a decent chance.
Well, best of luck. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Green flag on the grid, start of the formation lap for the 4 hours of Le Castellet.
Final formation lap is completed. Safety car dives to the pit lane. Ben Hanley paces the field in the white Dragon Speed car. G drives Leo Russell alongside, ahead of Enzo Schwiebert and Matevos Isakian in the SMP Racing machine. They are crawling to the lights. A long hold, and away we go. We are racing.
We have started the 4 hours. We have started the 4 hours at Le Castellet.
Enzo Schwiebert on the right of the picture. The red, white and blue of GRAFF Racing shows on the inside, but it's Dragon Speed 1-2. Ben Hanley leads them into the first corner ahead of Leo Russell, and they are About half the field through safely. Looks like it's been a clean start, and that's not always the case. Ben Hanley jumps away from Leo Roussel, third place Enzo Guibert, fourth is SMP's Matavos Isakian, and harassing him Hugo de Sadeler, fifth position. Take a look again as they stream towards the first corner. Couple of cars drifting out wide over the blue on driver's left, 3 wide into turn 1, and in the end Enzo Guibert decides discretion the better part of valour. On board in the ultimate number 17 machine in LMP3, Jean-Baptiste Lahaye trying to keep his nose clean. Picks up 1, 2, 3 places. There's the RLR car. That's a really great start for him. Up into third place right from the first corner. Leader Ben Hanley at Chicane Nord, using this big chicane on the Mistral Straights this year. There's the change. Oh, and a problem behind. That's Hugo de Sadeler.
We have some issues at the chicane. We have a spinner there. Let's see if he gets his act together. Do not forget the chicane is under yellow flag. The spinner is rejoining.
Well, take a look. The battle for fourth place. Hugo de Sadeler fourth, and coming in like a missile from behind, Andrea Bellicchi doesn't get the car slowed down. Well, he was never making the corner there. Completely lost track of where he was going. What a hopeless move from Andrea Bellicchi. Missed the SMP car, but drilled the United Autosports machine. Ben Hanley leads them across the line, nearly a second clear already of the G-Drive car in second. GRAFF Racing third, battle for fifth place. Villorba Corsa, Andrea Bellicchi attacking Timothy Bourret. Gets away with that one, gets by. Down to the chicane. Ben Hanley really pouring on the juice, pulling away fast now. Battle shaping up behind for seventh place. Looks side by side. Matt McMurray on the inside of James Allen. Oh, hits the curbs. Can't quite control the car there. Spins in the Algarve Pro machine. Didn't pick up one. Lost 2 places there at least. Well, that curb's not very high, but it's just high enough to unsettle the car, and it spins underneath him. GTE lead battle. It's the Porsche that's leading. Christian Ried ahead of Aaron Scott. Aaron Scott in the car that started on pole, the green and white Ferrari. Recovering LMP car in the middle, and the beach scene Aston Martin in third, and the Ferrari goes to the inside. Good move by Aaron Scott. Wonder if Christian Ried was a little worried about where that prototype was going to appear. As it was, the Ferrari sneaked up the inside into the final corner of Virage du Pont. That's an unusual passing place, but if you go the long way around the outside, the left at Tours, then you can shut the door at the apex of the hairpin. Great move. Battle for third here in LMP3, and look how close Ross Kaiser, the pole position LMP3, is to Yann Erlaché in that M Racing YMR machine. Erlaché combining this championship with his racing in the World Touring Car Championship. That's a classic modern racing driver combination, isn't it? And Ross Kaiser, well, this is where he lost that third place. Yann Erlaché dived to the inside as Kaiser got off in the dirt there. Antonin Borger right behind Duquesne Engineering. Here's the battle for second place in GTE. Ross Gunn all over the back of Christian Ried. Into the double right of Beausset and Ried. The Porsche has a little wobble at the back. Can't hold the line as tight as he wanted. And wow, Ross Gunn squeaks through up into second. Well, that was brave stuff from Ross Gunn. Both cars right on the ragged edge. And wheel to wheel at these kind of speeds from Senior into Beausset. It's a really quick approach into this double right-handed corner. Great move. Quite the queue going on here in LMP3 with the yellow highlights. Yann Erlaché, then Ross Kaiser being challenged by number 7 Antonin Borger, Duquesne Engineering. Red and white car is the ultimate machine of Jean-Baptiste Lahaye, and he's trying to go the long way around the outside. That didn't work, ran out of room, and that leaves him open to attack from behind. Giorgio Mondini, the dark car on the back of the queue. Number 11 Euro International up the inside, and he gets by Lahaye. Yann Erlaché holding up this big queue, but it's providing some great racing in LMP3. Here is our LMP3 leader, Alex Capardi, in the background. Alex Cugnon in the number 18 machine, but he's under investigation by the stewards for possibly overtaking before the lights changed at the start, and that'd be bad news for them.
Information to the pit lane. We have a drive-through penalty on car 18 for a jump start.
And that's going to move Jan Erlaché up to second place, ahead of Jean-Baptiste Lahaye. Coming through there like a train, Timothy Bouret, LMP2 car, the number 23 machine, and the red, white and blue, that's James Allen in the 40 GRAFF car. So they'll break up this little LMP3 battle for a moment. Jan Erlaché under pressure now. 17, the ultimate car, going the long way around the outside. That becomes the inside if he can hang on, and he can. Can he take second place away? Yes, he does. It's wheel to wheel behind as well. Giorgio Mondini and Ross Kaiser. Fantastic racing on board with Mondini. There's Kaiser right in front. So this is second, third, fourth, and we're in fifth place. Little calmer at the head of GTE. There's Aaron Scott in the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari. Now about 5 seconds ahead of Ross Gunn in the Beech Dean Aston. Race leader into the pits. First of our scheduled stops. Ben Hanley bails out. And Henrik Hedman gets in. Gentleman driver have to do a lot of the work here in these 4-hour European Le Mans Series races. Lea Russell in the 22 G-Drive car, the race leader. He heads into the pits, followed immediately by the number 39 GRAFF car. Lea Russell will hand over to Mimo Rojas, and Enzo Guibert brings the car in for fuel. Shorter pit stop for GRAFF, that moves them ahead of the G-Drive car. Number 21, the Dragon Speed entry that started on pole, catching fast. Alex Kapadia still leads LMP3. These cars won't need to stop until after an hour of racing for fuel. And Charlie is down at RLR with his teammate.
Down here with Morten Dant. Morten, a fantastic start there from Alex, especially considering he's already done a race this weekend.
Yeah, Alex done a fantastic job out there getting the lead. And also driving out such a big gap was way better than we hoped for.
Battle for third place, two teammates. This is the number 21 car. Henrik Hedman in Dragon Speed, and Mimo Rojas bumps over the curbs. Big lunge down the inside in the G-Drive number 22 car, but he gets through safely. Up to third he goes. Henrik Hedman, the gentleman driver. Mimo Rojas, more seasoned. But, oh, goodness me, that big curb on the inside almost caused a collision. And there's the two teams watching on.
3, 2, 1. Full course yellow. Full course yellow.
Well, that's Alexander Tarkanitsa Jr. stopped on the back straight just before the chicane, pulling off. No motive power at all. Busy pit lane. Alex Kapadia, the LMP3 leader, has just missed the pit entry, so he's going to have to go around very slowly. Enzo Guibert pitting from second place for a full fuel stop. Aaron Scott hands over 55 to Duncan Cameron. That's the GTE class leader, and here is our P3 leader in Alex Kapadia, handing over to John Ferrano.
3, 2, 1. Track is back to green. Track is back to green.
And there is the battle for third place then in LMP2. Number 22 G-Drive car just ahead of the 21 sister machine, also run by Dragon Speed. Different livery, but basically run by the same team, identical cars. So Mimo Rojas easing away now in front of gentleman driver Henrik Hedman. And under full course yellow, no safety car, so the gaps remain the same. LMP3 class. Oh, Giorgio Mondini. Cold tyres maybe after a pit stop and behind his safety car and looping round as well, number 18. And that's Romano Ricci. Ricci in the background, fresh out of the pits, as is the number 11 car. Giorgio Mondini spins and Ricci has to go the long way round the outside to avoid him. LMP3 battle, Jan Erlaché down the inside of Giorgio Mondini. Through he goes for fifth position. On board again with Mondini. They've got an LMP2 car right behind them as well. That'll come spearing by on the straight the moment it sees an opportunity. Second place battle in LMP3. Nicholas Schatz in the number 7 car. Sean Rahal in number 2. Rahal going outside, inside into the final corner. That is becoming quite popular here, isn't it, this season? And right behind is Francois Heriot. He's now taken over the number 17 car. So this is second, third and fourth in the LMP3 class. And our championship contenders right in the mix. Despite having started 5th and 10th, they're now 2nd and 4th. So Rahal using Nicholas Schatz in that number 7 car to try and ease away and leave Schatz to bottle up François Heriot in the 17 Ultimate Machine. Heriot sees a gap down the inside, does he? Oh yes! Again, have to be bold, drifts out a little wide. Oh. Well, look at this. Heriot throws it to the inside, and in fairness, Nicholas Schatz lets him survive. Battle on for 4th place in LMP2. The Dragon Speed car of Henrik Hedman under pressure from 23 Timothy Bourret. Now, Hedman's job as a gentleman driver is about trying to stay consistent, stay out of trouble, and allow the faster drivers to really do the donkey work, but he's got to stay on track and keep his lap times up. Allows Timothy Bourret to get away quickly, and that means that Hedman then can concentrate on his own racing line and the own speed in the car. White and yellow car, John Farano leading in LMP3 as these P2 cars come by. Will Owen's United Autosports machine goes by, and there's another one behind, and that's Sean Rahal, the number 2 car. The second red, white and blue machine is now the new LMP3 leader. I don't think John Farano even saw that one coming.
Sean really looks to be in his groove out there, having taken the lead of LMP3.
Yeah, I mean, the car seems to be coming to him, and he's been able to put down some good laps and put our car in the lead. So, yeah, it's going well.
Going well in LMP2 as well. Will Owen in the 32 car, and he's the one that Sean Rahal followed through. Don't forget to take LMP3 lead. This is the battle for 8th place. In front of him, Matt McMurray. Remember that car spun early on at the chicane on the back straight. And a great run off the final corner from Will Owen. He's right alongside. He's hanging on to the racing line. Matt McMurray trying to creep over to the driver's right, but Will Owen has just about got the grip. Yes, he has. Can they both survive? It is doable. It is doable. He's managed to squeeze through. Now, can he hang on out to that first left-right sweep at Verrières? Here is our race leader, the Delara Gibson from SMP Racing, Matavos Isakian. The young Russian driver has been in since the start of the race. Pit stop for the number 22 Dragon Speed car, our championship leaders. Nicolas Minassian should head back out into about 7th. LMP2 leader, the race leader is in, and in guts Igor Orodchev, the sensational young single-seater convert. Battle for 3rd place now in GTE. Andrew Howard in the Beechstein Aston Martin. Gianluca Roda all over the back of him in the Spurs of Race 51 car. And unfortunately, Romano Ricci squeezing through between the two of them. Gets by the Ferrari. Going to look down into the inside of the right-hander. Andrew Howard drifts out wide over the curbs. He's on the dirty part of the track. Door wide open for the Ferrari. Andrew Howard can barely make it round the corner. There's so little grip out there. And through goes Gianluca Roda up to 3rd in GTE. Problem at pit entry, and that's John Farano's RLR machine. Going in is the number 12 Euro International car, so is Farano. Oh no, he's not. Wonder if there was some confusion there about exiting the corner. Race leaders are in. Number 39, GRAFF Racing. Enzo Joubert has handed over to Eric Trier. They're on a different fuel strategy to everybody else. SMP versus United Autosports. SMP go through. United, heading to the pit lane. That's why Will Owen left the door open for Igor Orodchev quite so wide. He wanted to get into the pits without a contact. Team are out and ready at the first pit stand as he takes service. Igor Orodchev then in the 27 car. He is now our new race leader in LMP2. Nick Minassian in 2nd place in the 22 G Drive car. Battle for 3rd place in LMP3. Nicholas Schatz in the number 7 car. Behind him for Euro International, Giorgio Mondini. This LMP3 battle is so close. So many cars have been up and down the order as the pit stops have cycled through, as they've been broken up by traffic. Mondini having another good run behind the number 7 car. Looking to go down the inside into the first right-hander here. Yes, he gets through. And then Sambone takes you out onto the long Mistral straight. And this is an absolutely classic Le Castellet move, lunging down the inside into the tight right-hander block pass. Guy behind, got nowhere to go. Mechanical problems for Racing Team Netherlands. Jan Lammers, Frits van Aert. There's Frits outside the car, Jan in the seat. Still not quite sure what their problem is. Change for third place here. Ben Hanley, 21 Dragon Speed car, just blows by Eric Trier in the number 39 GRAFF Racing car. I mean, just look at him go. 2 hours in then, 21 Dragon Speed up to third, G-Drive second, SMP leading in the LMP2 class and overall. In LMP3 United Autosports number 2, ahead of M Racing and Euro International, with Ultimate in 4th position. And in the GTE class, well, that's just as close at the moment. Spirit of the Race, 55 ahead of 51. Proton, JMW, Beechstein and TF all still in it. Here is the TF Sport car. Ewan Hankey, the GTE Championship leader, in the garage with Charlie.
You guys arrive here as our championship leaders, but it's been a really frustrating race for you guys. Is the pace just not there for the Astons?
Yeah, you've hit the nail on the head there. Just we don't have the BOP with us this weekend, so we're just struggling with the high tyre wear around here and the lack of downforce compared to the Ferrari. It makes it really difficult for ourselves. Also, we've got damage to the front of our car, so we've got no front diplanes. So as the tyre gets old, we just have massive understeer, and it's just really difficult to drive, to be honest. So, yeah, it's not the most enjoyable time, but we'll try and make the best of a bad situation.
Not every track suits every car, and that's one of the joys of GT racing. Here's our race leader in GTE. Gianluca Roda brought in the 51 car. That means the sister Spirit of Race 55 Ferrari will now be the leader with Aaron Scott on board. 6th place battle in LMP3 at the chicane, on board with Martin Hipper in the Inter-Europol competition machine. Marco Giacoboni in front of him for Euro International. Lots of Euroing going on there. And these guys in the Euro Interpol team having a lot of racing. Martin Hipper and Jako Schmakowski. And Hipper goes through and holds the speed into senior. And there's a sign of confidence of that car. They've done a lot of miles this year in that Ligier Nissan in racing. And it really is starting to show now. Race leader in. Only 2 drivers in this car, don't forget. Matevos Isakian started the race. And now Igor Orodchev stays in for a second stint. Fuel only, we think. Looks like they're happy with their tyre wear. Charlie, what do they know?
It's looking very good out there. It's a strong pit stop. You've retained the lead.
Yeah, it was really good. I was saving the tires right from the beginning, and it paid off big time after my first stop. So on the driver change, I was already 30 seconds in front, and I think we can maintain, maybe even have a more gap after, but we'll see after Jaguar pits where we will be.
Battle for third in GTE now between 2 Aston Martin factory drivers. In 99, the Beechstein car, Darren Turner. Right behind him in the TF Sport, Nicky Team in the number 90 car. So these guys will be racing in the World Endurance Championship in Mexico a week from now. Right now representing their teams that they're on loan to, if you like, here in the European Le Mans Series. Meanwhile, the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari leads, and Charlie is down with the team.
Yeah, here we are backstage in Spirit of Race World, and this is where all the drivers are hanging out this weekend because it's air conditioned, isn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it's nice and cool back here. A lot nicer than outside, that's for sure.
Now, it's been a pretty much faultless run for the 55 so far. It's looking good.
Yeah, it's looking good. It's still an hour and 21 minutes to go, so still a long way to go. But both Aaron now is doing a fantastic job. He had a bit of issue clearing one of the LMP3 cars, but really consistent pace. Duncan did an amazing job, and so far it's going to plan.
Look at this replay of a change of lead. Mistake by Will Owen in the United Autosports car. Drifted out a little wide under pressure from Leo Roussel. Race leader Igor Orodchev almost a minute clear of Leo Roussel in the 22G drive car. Now he's up to second place. Orodchev running away in the lead of the race. The Dallara really good on its tyres. And with fewer driver changes as well as tyre changes, that helps them stay in front. Battle for 4th place here. Henrik Hedman under pressure in 21. Richard Bradley, the number 40 GRAFF Racing car, spears down the inside. He goes through for 4th in LMP2. Ivar Muller in the pit lane, running Weimar. Giorgio Roda in the Ferrari, dives to the inside, gets by Darren Turner's Aston Martin. Maybe that was a little bit of a false dawn for the Astons then. Change of 4th position in GTE. Ferrari seems to have grip to spare there. Trouble at the chicane. This is Johnny Cocker, 2nd in the GTE class. Now, did he just get it wrong under braking? Aaron Scott, GTE class leader, over half a minute ahead of Johnny Cocker in the JMW Ferrari. And the other Spirit of Race Ferrari closing in on TF Sports Aston to try and make it a Ferrari 1, 2, 3. Nicky Team will be tough to overtake, but like Darren Turner, he can only race with what the Aston has. Battle for 4th place in the LMP2 class. And here we go. Felipe Albuquerque now in the 32 United Autosports car, goes by Richard Bradley into senior. That's a ballsy move. Talk about experience and confidence, Felipe Albuquerque. Richard Bradley not short on either. Change at the rear of the car. Look, all matte panels going on the Dragon Speed 21 car. Nico Lapierre dropping down to 7th place. Ferrari 51, final pit stop, handing over to Andrea Bertolini. Out they go to try and win this GTE race. Trying to win the GTE race as well is the leader. Aaron Scott handing over to Matt Griffin. Leader is in, 48 minutes to go. This should be the last stop for SMP Racing. Driver change. Igor Orochev hands over for the final stint to Matavos Isakian. Their strategy was all over the place in the Red Bull Ring, really cost them dear, but this time it looks like they've absolutely got it nailed. 3rd place battle here in LMP2. Oh, Paul Petit getting it all wrong there as Felipe Albuquerque tried to go by. Has to jump the curbs. Nico Lapierre trying to unlap himself right behind them. Nat Berton, the number 39 car, late stop for them. Coming back out and into traffic. Enzo Joubert, the red, white and blue behind. On board with Enzo Joubert. Down into this chicane section. Right, left, and then hard right, shooting down the inside. Is he going to get through? Yes, he does. That's a tight old 4-car squeeze. Number 2 United Autosports, LMP3 leader John Falp heading back out. Well, they had a handy advantage, and as he exits the pit lane, where's the 2nd place car? Exiting the final corner is the answer, so the length of the pit straight. Championship leaders here. TF Sport, JMW, this is for 2nd in GTE. Ewan Hankey over the curbs, gets by Jody Fannin in that JMW Ferrari. Really had to launch it over the curb on the way in.
3, 2, 1, full course yellow. We are under full course yellow.
And that's Ross Kaiser, 360 Racing's number 6 machine was our LMP3 pole sitter, and that's absolutely heartbreaking. They really hoped they were going to have a good weekend here. End of the road, I'm afraid, for 360 Racing on the end of a tow rope. Their weekend is over with less than half an hour to go, but full course yellow means a chance to do some housekeeping. In comes the G-Drive car. Leo Russell will stay in. This is a splash and dash, and it looks like once the fuel is done, and it is only a short fill to get them through to the last part of the race, they are going for a fresh set of rears just to try and give him something to fight with in 2nd place. Oh, gun trouble. It's all vital time lost. In comes the 21 car. Not a challenger though. But it does close them off in front. Can Leo Russell get by? Yes, he can.
3, 2, 1, green. Track is back to green.
Race leader, Matavos Isakian in the SMP Racing Dallara. And could this be SMP shaping up for an LMP1 privateer program? Long stop. Every stop's a long stop, but especially when you're trying to make up time for the number 21 Dragon Speed car. They are just not having any luck here in France. A minute is the lead for SMP's Matevos Isakian Lirasel still in second place. Doesn't look as though he's got anything like the speed he needs to catch the SMP car in 20 odd minutes of racing. It will need some help from the fates. Of course, every time you pass a slower car, fate can intervene. And the 51 Spirit of Race Ferrari had to turn in there just as well that Isakian kept his nose out of the inside line. Bide your time, you've got a minute in hand, make no mistakes. Here's our LMP3 class leader, John Falp, in the number 2 United Autosports car he shared with Sean Rahal. The team were the 2016 champions, having to work harder for it this year. Martin Hipper second. That's a really good run from the Inter-Europol team. Really impressive stuff from them, just 13 seconds back. GTE leader Matt Griffin a minute ahead of Ewan Hankey in the TF Sport Aston. Jody Fannin in third in JMW's Ferrari. And Andrea Bertolini in fourth place ahead of Ross Gunn and Matteo Cairoli. The Porsche slipped right down to the back of the field as the race has progressed. Last lap and smiley faces at SMP Racing. Nobody quite taking anything for granted just yet. Endurance racing has taught us that, if nothing else, over the last 2 years at Le Mans. But SMP have played all their cards right. The car's been superb on its tyres and on its fuel. The drivers have done a stand-up job. The strategy was absolutely perfect. And victory in France will be the reward for SMP Racing. The Delara Gibson takes the checkered flag to win the 4 Hours of Le Castellet.
Checkered flag on the leader. Car 27 has taken the checkered flag.
A delighted SMP Racing win in France. G-Drive United Autosports completing the podium. In LMP3, United Autosports ahead of Inter-Europol and M Racing YMR. And the GTE win went to the 55 Spirit of Race Ferrari.
Feels amazing. Team did everything right. We didn't do any mistake. And yeah, that's the result we were aiming for. And yeah, really happy that we got it.
So now we've seen the first win. Will we be seeing more?
Well, we will see it. We hopefully discuss, and we would actually, both of us would like to do more rounds of that. So we hopefully would come back and win some more.
Congratulations, well done.
Great result for SMP Racing. United Autosports were dropped from 3rd to 5th post-race for a breach of full course yellow rules, so GRAFF, number 39, ended up with the 3rd place points. Nothing takes the sheen off the SMP win. Championship-wise, G-Drive still lead from United, with GRAFF closing on their heels.
Well, guys, need I ask, I bet you're delighted with that, the second win of the season.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, that was awesome. We obviously were struggling in qualifying in the first set, and over the long term, the race came to us. Yeah, fantastic result. Super excited.
Behind the number 2 car, Inter-Europol, their best result of the season so far, and M Racing YMR claiming 3rd. As in LMP2, there's a 12-point lead for United Autosports. Number 18, M Racing YMR up to 2nd place. Ultimate drops to 3rd after a tough weekend. In GTE, the green Spirit of Race Ferrari takes its 2nd straight win.
We just had a great car today. Like, honestly, our job was pretty easy because our engineer Luca just was really on the case all weekend. He told us what to do, and we just did our job, eh? So it was really good, really happy.
And Duncan, a nice birthday gift for you.
Yeah, it was 46 yesterday, and yeah, we couldn't have helped for any better than this. It's fantastic. Thanks, Georgie.
2nd place for our championship leaders, TF Sport with the Aston Martin. 3rd place for JMW with their Ferrari. And victory for the 2nd time in a row for the 55 team means they are now genuine championship contenders as well. TF Sport still top the table, but with 2 races remaining, just 13 points cover the top 3. the championship is well alive. All 3 championships still remain to be decided in the final 2 races of the season. That's it from the Circuit Paul Ricard Le Castellet after another nail-biting encounter. 2 races remain. Make sure you join us next time as the European Le Mans Series heads to the majestic Spa-Francorchamps.
ELMS weekend. Spa-Francorchamps. Wheel to wheel.
Pure racing.
Speed.
Join us for the ELMS weekend to see the European Le Mans Series, the Michelin Le Mans Cup, and the Euro Cup Formula Renault 2.0. See you in Spa-Francorchamps.
Join us.
Be there.